Remember last episode where I built a giant floating end crystal sphere, but the centerpiece is one block too low? Well, I think I have a plan. We're gonna need two things, a friend and a happy ghast. Unfortunately, both of those things are at Gem's base, but she lives like super far away, so we're gonna have to walk. The pair of us fly over very slowly and get ourselves back in the base. We then get Gem to position the happy ghast just above the bottom line of end crystals. Then, from above, I spawn in an oxidized copper golem, which falls onto the happy ghast. Within moments, it's going to oxidize and freeze, becoming a solid block. We then use that copper golem to place our piston, activate it with redstone, and push the whole thing up. It's foolproof. Or you use scaffolding, which goes straight through all the entities. I'm still scared. I don't know if I right click. I mean, in theory, it's as simple as placing a piston. Place a piston here. Redstone torch. Redstone torch. Push it up. And then we are in the middle. Oh, that looks so much better. Surgery complete. Still scary. And done. Heist successful. There were two really cool solutions in the comments to my video. One was clearly everyone had seen the same YouTube short because they all suggested I get a happy ghast, put a copper golem on it, let it oxidize, and then use that as a block, which I thought was genius, amazing. But it turns out you could just use scaffolding. A much, much easier, simpler way. And you know what? That has actually made it... Oh, it's perfect. I'm so happy that this is sitting in the correct spot. Oh, it does look good. Okay. Whew. Now that that is done, I think I can relax a little bit. I was actually fairly convinced that was going to explode. We are going to be doing a couple of things today. One, everything you see behind me is going to change. We're going to be building this room here. We're going to be taking off this floor. We're going to be adding some storage facility here and here, and moving all these stinky, dirty, filled chests in those storage compartments. We're also going to add some decorative rocks. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to do a big old feature window right here. Again, glass generally seems to be... I don't know what theme this is. It's just glass, isn't it? So I've got a window there. Imagine this, but bigger and more rainbow. More rainbow like this. That's what we're going to do today. But before we crack on, I want to show you something very, very interesting. Now, as you know, on the Hermitcraft server, we run quite a lot of mods. Our mod folder is full of various things that have taken this server so far beyond vanilla, technically, but to most people, it looks fairly the same. One of these mods is called Voxy, and it's a bit like Bobby mod, and it lets you see vast distances. Now, I done goofed and messed up because I seem to have imported the wrong thing, and now Season 10 is in the distance. We're in Season 11 right here. This is real. That over there is a strange phantom version, an older version, because you can see Scar's Ore Mountain of Season 10. It's so weird. I've never experienced anything quite like it. This is all real, as you can see. Then there's this giant void, and then Season 10. I mean, these mods are incredible and very technical. So for now, Phantom Season 10 is gone. If I'd flown over there, it just would have vanished. I know that that was a bit of a fun bug that was on me for importing some sort of old cache of chunks. I'm not sure, but the mods that we use make our videos possible, and I am extremely, extremely thankful. Another thing that I've been doing, by the way, I don't know why everyone is pranking Sky. It seems that the poor guy hasn't stopped being pranked since this season started. There's a ton of copper golems everywhere. Now, I've been tidying them up and putting them in one big tower. Now, that looks like the top of the tower, but it's actually not. It keeps going and going and going. So this is as high as I've got so far. Now, what's weird is that check it out. It doesn't... There's a clear simulation distance. Oh, look, it vanished. So, as you can see, it vanishes at a certain distance. Yep, so there's me standing on top of the pillar, and the copper golems are not there. Now, this led me to think, what if we pranked Scar? What if we take every single copper golem here, and we encase his base in them, so from a distance, his base looks totally fine and clean. As you approach, you realize you've been encased in copper golems. I don't quite think I appreciated how many golems are here. Seriously, I have got nearly a chest full of copper golems. I'm nearly done tidying up. And they are everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Okay, I think I've got all on the surface, but there was some in this cave over here as well. Yeah, look. There's tons even just around. Look here. And it goes in here as well. How did they get up here? Why have they placed them in here? What's going on? You know what's crazy is I don't even think that this is going to be enough to completely engulf Scar's base. There's no way I'm making more, by the way. There's no, I don't think this... If there's one thing this server does not need, it's more oxidized copper golems. You know what? I think we've had enough. I can hear them. What? What is this? This is actually starting to creep me out a little bit. Why is there so many? Surely Exuma didn't do all this. I'm so confused. These aren't waxed. He's making more, I think. Is this how it began? No, it can't be. The ones up on his base were placed. But these ones look like they've just been spawned in and have been stuck in here, slowly oxidizing. Look, he's just oxidized. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit messed up. Do it! Whoa! Oh, it did it! I don't know why that jump scared me. These guys must have all been trying to oxidize in here. This corridor was full of them. I don't know if I want to get involved in this. Okay, weird little cave in there. So, look, here's what we've got. These are all the copper golems we've got. That's actually that's a fairly substantial amount of golems. Okay, so the question is, I mean, we've got to try and encase Rusty here, but I think we're not going to have enough to go all the way around. So what I think we need to do is, like, make the box just round the body and leave a hole for the tail and the head. I think that's the only way. So we're going to start here, as close as we can get, and then turn here. So I think here is going to be the perfect cube around it. And then we meet up back here. So you can kind of get an idea of what we're doing. This, I think, will work. I think we've got more than enough. We may even have too much, but I'd rather have too many than not enough. Right, let's get these placed. Let's go! Okay, I'm officially out of copper golems, and I even ended up searching all the little bits of Scar's base. I found another batch over there. I found some over on that tree. I have exhausted the amount of oxidized copper golems, and it's pretty much there. Take a look. Rusty is in his cage. It's actually pretty impressive. Now, this is what we've been waiting for. If we fly away, when I turn around, it should look absolutely fine. Nothing wrong here. Then as we approach, boom. We've got ourselves an encased starter base. Now, the only thing that I can think of where this can go wrong is if Scar logged out in his base. I'm kind of hoping he didn't. So my simulation distance is 12 chunks. I don't think it putting that up changes anything at all. So there it is. There's the magic wall. Oh, that's weird, isn't it? A super strange. Like, you can see the sphere as you approach it. It literally materializes out of nowhere. So hopefully Scar gets a surprise. I actually think, overall, I've probably done him a favour. It would take less time mining all of these out of a single place than going and scouring every block of his base, because they were really everywhere. And I mean really everywhere, from here to back there, over there, on the mountain, in the cave, everywhere. Look, there's no evidence that I've done anything at all. And also, I got my Voxy fixed, Cortex gave me a hand, and I managed to solve the issue that I caused myself by importing an old world somehow. And now I can see decked out from my base, which is really all I wanted. Gem's base is looking cool over there. Ren's base is looking cool over that way. I think that's False's base there. Everyone is doing some pretty good building and progress, and my base is conveniently in the middle. So every now and again, I just got to pop my head above the clouds and take a look and see what everyone's been up to. But I think we've actually got some building to do. As I said at the start of the video, this is where I'm focusing my attention today. So I'm going to gather all the bits that I'm going to need in this chest, and I'm going to get building myself. And in other good news, I also finished my bedroom. This was the last spot with trashed, and all I've done is put the same 3 paintings here, and it's kind of like he's in VR. He's got like a window to the outside world. He yearns to be out in the wild. So I'm going to call bedroom complete. Okay, so this is pretty much everything I'm going to need. I hope I haven't done any exact calculations, but my guesstimate suggests that this should be it. So there's nothing left to it except to say, let's go. We are done. Let's talk about it, because quite a lot was built, and I want to speak a little bit about key viewpoints. This giant window is intentionally put so that it's framed by the entrance. Now, I keep looking at my base from here, and that's just to show all the bits that I've done, or as much as I can in one go, but that's not the key view, and indeed, this isn't really the key view either. This is the key view. You can see the floating end crystals, you can see the dome, and you can see the glass as well. So we've done an... Am I losing my mind, or is this changed completely? Has this entire thing changed? I'm fairly sure... Wait, this is completely... Everything is different, and there's no grass or anything. Has Scar done this? Hold on, we're going cheaty cam. I'm 100% sure. Wait, no. Yes, it is, look! There's a gap between what's real, and he didn't light up a single thing. He's making mob farms again. Hang it, Scar. Look. What's the state of things under here? No, he's just paved over the top. Oh my goodness, this is so dangerous. Right, this is the bit outside my base. Let's just light this up. How hard is it just to play? He goes through the effort of making an entire brand new cliff, but doesn't take the 5 seconds to light it up underneath. His idea of what constitutes as too much work is actually insane. Get me out, get me out, get me out. Whew. Okay, so let's head back into the base and talk about what we've just done. We have created 2 brand new storage areas. They are very, very similar to the big one here, just they're like little mini versions full of chests. And I've actually spent the time off camera moving everything. All of these chests are starting to empty out, and when that's done, I'll be able to turn this into an actual greenhouse. It'll be mainly for aesthetic purposes only, but it gives me that space and freedom. I've also added these lovely decorative rocks. I'm trying to make this cave feel magical. This looks like some sort of berry or something, but all of these are adding something to the room, and of course, sort of the feature piece of this viewpoint is the giant stained glass window. I actually made something very similar to this in my Build and Seek episode that I did with Scott and a bunch of other guys, and I loved it so much. I was like, yes, I have to build this in Hermitcraft, and here it is. And then, of course, the floor. This probably took the longest time, redecorating the floor so it wasn't just stone. And then there's a little trick underneath. You'll see there's this duct underneath. That under here is a bunch of firefly bushes that are creating all of these particle effects. Again, trying to add to the magic of this room. So this base is now coming together really quickly, and it's starting to feel finished, but it's not. I really want to get down into the nitty-gritty details of this and make it feel 100%, like 100% finished. That means, unfortunately for me, fixing up some of the terrain, and I'll be honest, I'm winging it now. This is as far as I got in my head. Everything from this point on, I'm just making up as I go along. Now, down here, a couple of people did ask about this floor in here. Now, there's some villagers above, and probably next episode I'm going to tackle getting this bit finished. Getting new villagers in here so that my trading can be upgraded. It's not particularly good at the moment. This is made of black stone and black glazed terracotta. Now, down here is what I'm going to start to tackle next. The base has actually got quite a lot of depth to it when you think about it. Look, there's this room down here, there's this room here, there's the villager room here, we got the iron farm, and then on this side, we've got cactus farm, and we've got moss farm, then we've got a little bit of farmage over here. And then the cake ladder. I mean, there's quite a lot going on in this base. Now, the next thing that I want is end rods. I want end rods, probably just to supply my season. Now, all I really need for that is the chorus fruit flower, which means going to the end. I don't think I've been to the end, but we're going to fit a chorus fruit farm in here. And I think maybe, because this was lent to me by X, maybe I just dip my toe into a ship and get myself a proper elytra of my own, and then I can give this one back. This should be a pretty quick trip to the end, to be honest with you. Right, now where is the end portal? Maybe the end portal. Thank goodness for these signs. I'd be totally lost. Okay, quick trip. Woo! Whoa! End's been decorated. This wasn't here last time I was here. It's pretty cool. Yes, I did actually visit the end, but just to use... This doesn't look normal. I didn't know we were doing end hubs now. Whoa! What? Now, who's done this? Because I know for a fact I am responsible for ripping through at least one of these for obsidian. So they've either repaired it or do they respawn with the dragon? This is kind of cool. I never thought for a second that this would need doing. Why has this been done? Did they really place such a huge platform of endstone? Oh, they have. This is insane. Absolutely bonkers. I'd love to know what the reason is for the giant end platform. This is fascinating. I've never seen anything like it. Okay, we're in the purple end now. Oh, look, Bobby Mod. I can see it a million miles away. Oh, that's so strange. Okay, let's go for a little fly. Well, what we came for is literally right here. This is basically all we needed. Chorus fruit. And then I'm sure if we fly far enough, we will find, hopefully, my own elytra. Now, because of Voxy and Bobby Mod and all those crazy mods, I can see how far I've flown and not found a single end city. And I can see the island way off in the distance. Where are they? I'll be honest, thank goodness I already have an elytra. Can you imagine having to bridge and walk all of that just to get this amount of luck? Come on, end cities. There's not even a little end city. Not even one without a boat. Now, I've said it before, I don't think I'm a fan of these end flares. Like, I think in principle, they're really cool and atmospheric, and these, like, big purple things in the sky. Awesome. But the way that it changes the... Like, that's cool. But the way it changes the hue down there doesn't really work for me. Hey, here we go. And it looks like it might be brand new. There we are. No! It's already been raided. It's already been super raided. Someone's been out here. Oh, end city. If that one's been raided, I imagine every single other one has also been raided. Look at this. Every single one gone. Okay, I'm currently 10,000 blocks out now, and not a single one has, oh, here we are. Literally appeared right in front of me. Please. Yes! They didn't come this far out. Get out of here. My own elytra. And diamonds. You know what? I'm tempted to get another one. I should get at least 2. Now that I know no one's been out this far. Let me turn around. Oh, wait. Is that different? Is that another one? But no boat. Look at that. Look how far I've flown. That's the end gateway over there. When eventually they do get to updating the end, I will be really, really intrigued what they do. This, obviously, look at the state of it. It's super empty. There's end stone, end cities, and chorus fruit. And that is really it. You know, this dimension has been screaming for an update for a long time, and I have no doubt that they are working on one. I'm just super curious what they will do with it. Obviously, the end is supposed to feel like open and empty. Also, what's really interesting is very, very, very few players who log onto Minecraft and play ever even make it here. So in terms of, like, the priority list, it's screaming for an update. But also, how many people would enjoy that update? I know I would. We've gone so far now, even Voxy has stopped rendering in. I'm not surprised, because we are 17,000 blocks away. That's actually really impressive. I also... This flight has really got me thinking a lot. And one of the things that I was thinking is the elytra. There are only 2 enchantments you can put on an elytra. Unbreaking and mending. Surely there is a couple of ideas floating around for additional enchantments for the elytra. What about one that makes you, like, I don't know, spin attack mid-air? That would be cool. What about one that launches, like, to get you started? That would be a cool enchantment, and those could be only available through exploring in the end. Oh, finally! And there's a boat. Right. This little side quest was meant to be a quick trip to the end. Nope. Oh. Where'd he go? But we're here for that. Okay, we've got what we've come for. Uh-oh. Spaghettios. And let's get out of here. You need 2 elytra, really. What? No. Did I fly past that as well? You need a couple of spare elytra, because if you die, you need to pop on another elytra and fly to your stuff as quick as humanly possible. Now I just need to spot an end gateway. I've seen plenty of those on my adventures here. Just need to see if I can spot one. Oh, it's like, where's Wally? Or Waldo in America. I know there's one there. I've seen them as I've flown over. Need to just find the one spot of bedrock in all of that. Oh, no way. I found more elytra trying to get back than I did trying to get some elytra in the first place. There we go. Whoop! Oh. My flabbers are ghasted by this. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. I would love to know what's going on here. So look, you can see the route that I've taken. There's the gap. So I got teleported from here to there, flew all the way over there. That's the end city we were just out. This mod is insane. Let's get out of here. Ah. Bedroom, sweet bedroom. We put these here for enchanting later. And... Oh... Forgot the end stone. They don't go on anything but the... Oh, bedroom, sweet bedroom. Okay. Now we have what we need, because you can't just place chorus fruit on anything. It's got... How do you plant chorus fruit? Okay. I know nothing about chorus fruit. Right. Let's look this up. You have to get a chorus flower to grow a chorus fruit. I've never made one of these farms. I need a chorus flower now? Chorus flower. Since when? What? What? I was so busy grumbling. I didn't. I don't think it's ever spawned me up there before. Geronimo! Yay! And that's the end of the episode. See you in the next one.